With all the resources that are available out there these days on color analysis, I've noticed that the focus is more often placed on finding and utilizing our best colorful colors. Colors like yellow, red, green, orange, blue, and purple. And I feel like neutrals are often treated as a relatively minor topic or almost as an afterthought, kind of like patterns or accessories. Once you figure out your color season, then we can start talking about neutrals kind of thing. Which is not wrong, but I think that neutrals play such a big role in building an outfit that we should talk about it more when it comes to finding our best colors and improving our style. So today we're going to talk about neutrals, not only in terms of how to shop for the right neutrals for our color season, but also how we can use them to have more fun with our style, and more importantly, how to not be boxed in by our color season in choosing the right set of neutrals for our wardrobe. Regardless of how much color we decide to incorporate into our outfits, neutrals are almost always going to be used on a daily basis. There's nothing stopping us from only using colorful colors, but it's not all that practical to do this all the time. And neutrals are also a great way to add diversity into our wardrobe, so in that sense, they play a very important role in our overall style. If you're into building a capsule wardrobe, you can probably relate to this. And usually with color suggestions for a given season, we can find a set of neutral colors that are also recommended for that specific season. And these neutrals are curated based on the principle of creating harmony with the dominant traits of the given color palette, which are also meant to harmonize with you. For example, here we have the True Autumn and True Spring palettes, and the neutral color suggestions can be found in the first 3 columns of each palette. Now, the neutrals in both of these palettes are obviously warm, and neither side has extremely harsh colors like a bright white or a jet black. But True Autumn neutrals are a bit softer and more shadowed, which matches the warm, soft, and dark qualities of autumn, as opposed to the spring neutrals that are lighter and clearer than the autumn neutrals. Now, going back to talking about putting an outfit together, I think that creating color combinations using only the colors that are suggested within the color season is always a safe choice, because these colors share similar qualities and characteristics, and they're meant to harmonize with each other. And because the principle of color analysis is all about finding harmony, with neutral suggestions, you'll often come across comments like, if you're in a soft season, opt for charcoal instead of black, or if your color season is warm, use ivory and brown instead of white and black, etc. But I think this is where people might also feel a bit boxed in or come across some challenges with their current wardrobe, because certain neutrals like black and white are so abundantly available when it comes to shopping that I'm sure most of us have some black and white items in our closet, regardless of our color seasons. And if you've recently been typed as a warm season, for example, but you're so accustomed to wearing black and white that you have a lot of these colors in your closet, then you might feel a little bit stuck in putting an outfit together because you've been told that black and white are colors that don't belong to your color season. And you might even feel pressured to throw away all your black and white basics and start from scratch, which isn't always feasible. So how do we overcome this challenge? Well, the good news is that I actually think more visual interest can be added to the outfits when you incorporate some neutrals from outside of your color season, like in these examples. Obviously, I don't know the exact color seasons of the people in these examples, but in terms of the overall mood of the outfit, if we use these 2 examples, the outfit on the left is using warm colors like the ivory t-shirt, the beige handbag, the brown jacket, the leopard print shoes. So this is a perfectly harmonious look that only uses warm colors, and it's a great outfit for somebody in the dark or deep autumn season. But if we look at the outfit on the right, despite there being black used as one of the neutrals, this can still be a very suitable outfit choice for a dark or deep autumn, because there's so many elements used in this outfit that still make the overall temperature of the outfit very warm. So the harshness of the black is softened a little bit with having a lot of warm and medium valued colors incorporated into the outfit. And the black also helps with adding a bit of depth to the overall look, which is what makes the outfit more suitable for a deep autumn, in my opinion. If the shirt wasn't black, we can see how the overall outfit becomes lighter with less depth. So this particular combination might be more suitable for someone in a lighter season than a deep autumn. Coincidentally, this outfit also uses a brighter white in the shirt and the shoes, but with the beige blazer and the brown bag and the gold accessories, the overall temperature of the outfit is still quite warm. So this is another great example of an outfit that incorporates cooler neutrals, but it's still very wearable for somebody in a warm season. Another example is taking a traditionally cool color combination like this cooler blue and black and adding a big warm neutral piece like a beige blazer again to alter the overall temperature of the outfit altogether. And because the beige blazer is such a big component of the outfit and the color leans quite warm, despite the blue and the black being cool, the overall mood of the outfit is still pretty warm. And depending on how much of a dominant trait temperature of colors is for you, you could also use a less warm color like this taupe or oyster colored blazer, and now the overall temperature of the outfit doesn't lean all that heavily towards warm, but it still helps with neutralizing or adding a slight warmth to the white, gray, black, and silver combination. So I think the key thing to focus on in choosing your neutrals is less about trying to find only the colors that are suggested for you within a given color season, but it's more about understanding the overall mood of the outfit and figuring out the right amount of colors from outside of my color season that I can incorporate into the outfit without breaking the overall balance or the mood. And I think using neutrals is an especially good way to test that balance and be more flexible with using colors from outside of our season, because neutrals are meant to be pieces that don't have a strong characteristic of their own. They're the building blocks of our outfit, so their effect on the overall balance or the mood of the entire look can be more subtle than colors that have stronger characteristics. So like I said, like for like combinations and using colors with similar qualities is always going to be a safe choice, but I also think that using some variations in our neutrals can be a fun way to sort of break the rule and not feel so heavily bound by our color season all the time. And it could also be a way to incorporate more of the existing items in our closet that might fall outside of our color season. For me, I've been meaning to make more use of this ivory vest that I bought some time ago. I really haven't worn it much because I found the color to be too warm for me on its own, but if I pair it under a black jacket or a blazer, it helps with lessening the harshness of the black a bit, and the black also adds coolness to the overall temperature of the outfit. I do think that this particular black still looks a little harsh on me, so instead I could swap the jacket for a cool brown blazer to add more softness. And because this is a cooler brown, it still prevents enhancing the warmth of the vest and the overall outfit. So if my priority was to really tone down the warmth of the ivory, I think the black blazer does a better job of that, but overall, since I need a little more softness than this particular black, using a cool brown I think is a more suitable option for me. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Another thing to keep in mind in choosing the right neutrals is understanding the contrast level that we need in our outfits that matches the contrast level of our natural coloring. So even if we dress ourselves only in neutrals, if we at least get the contrast level right, that could still make a difference in our overall look than using a completely wrong contrast level that doesn't match. So this is actually a good tip for those lazy days, to have a go-to neutral only color combination to fall back on, so that on days when you don't have the time or the energy to think a lot about our outfit, we can throw on something really quickly and easily, and it'll sort of be our fail-proof outfit formula. I've been having a lot of fun lately playing with different contrast levels and trying to see how I can get more wear out of the items that I don't reach for very often, like with the ivory vest example that I shared earlier. I also know that medium valued neutrals like gray don't create a high enough contrast against my features when I wear them alone, so I've been trying to find items to wear with my gray sweaters to make the outfit more wearable for me. A while ago, I published a video called Why Do I Look Bad in Both Warm and Cool Colors? And I walked you through the process of elimination and finding your dominant trait using myself as an example. So my dominant traits are deep and then soft, and I'm the least sensitive to temperature. And if I had to categorize myself into the 12 season system, I'd be closer to deep autumn. Not necessarily because warmth of colors is important to me, but because deep winter colors are not soft enough for me, and the warmth of the autumn can add a hint of softness to colors that have a lot of depth. But in the 16 season system, I'm actually closer to soft winter. In terms of the mood of the home season, I resonate far more with the clean, crisp, and restrained energy of winter than the richness and the warmth of autumn. So this is what the broader soft winter palette looks like, but for me specifically, some of these colors don't create a high enough contrast against my skin, and there's also certain colors that I've just learned to steer away from over time. So I try to avoid wearing these colors at least close to my face. So if we look at the ranges of colors that I can really play around with freely, it might not look very exciting in terms of how bright or vivid the colors are. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love these colors and how the colors make me feel when I wear them, but usually when we use the word colors in fashion, I think what first comes to our minds a lot of the times is images like these that use really bright, exciting, and eye-catching colors. But for someone like me, more subtle colors like these are my best colors. And I can honestly say that I get the most compliments in the comments about my look when I wear the colors in my palette. But regardless, they are still relatively subtle colors that are generally deemed less exciting. So for me, playing around with different contrast levels is another way outside of using exciting and vibrant colors to add more fun into curating outfits. And I actually think that finding our season is one aspect of color analysis, but learning how to actually incorporate our best colors into our wardrobe is another challenge of its own. And mastering the contrast level using our neutrals first makes incorporating more exciting colors into our outfits a little bit easier. When we put an outfit together using colors, one way of doing that is picking our color first, either in our top or in our bottom, and then finding a neutral counterpart to finish the look. But oftentimes the process starts backwards, where we start with some neutral basics and then start adding and incorporating colors to complete the outfit and make it more exciting. So if we have a good understanding of which neutrals we can mix and match to harmonize with our own contrast level, then we can easily add accent colors on top of that to make the outfit more complete, or to add more excitement and more of a personal flair to the outfit, or we can use colors to adjust and alter the overall contrast level of the outfit. And just like the examples we used earlier, we can even use colors to alter the overall mood of the outfit in terms of temperature, value, and clarity, even when the foundation of the outfit is not in complete harmony with our color season. So I really want to emphasize the importance of understanding different contrast levels in outfits and in our overall coloring, and how we can use that as a guideline in developing our personal and signature style. I think the reason why color analysis can be less approachable at times, or the reason why some people don't believe in color analysis, is because even if we find our best colors, we still need to find ways to incorporate colors into our own style. But because oftentimes we're so focused on finding our season and finding our best set of colors that sometimes we forget to think about how to actually use those colors in curating outfits that resonate with us in terms of our style and our personality. Especially if your best accent colors consist of very vibrant and vivid colors, unlike mine, I feel like utilizing your basics and your neutrals becomes that much more important, because your best colors have very strong characteristics of their own, and you need a really good, solid foundation or building blocks that can complement and highlight your best colors in the most effective way. Now, if you're not sure how to come up with color combinations that complement your best colors or your contrast level, obviously resources like your Pinterest board can definitely help, but don't feel limited to only using fashion or outfit images. There's so much inspiration we can draw from in all forms of different designs or even in nature, so diversifying our inspirations to outside of fashion can also provide lots of ideas on color combinations that work well with our best colors. Another tip in shopping for neutrals or just colors in general is to keep in mind that colors are always relative. With some colors, the characteristics can be very obvious to the eye, while with other colors, and especially with neutrals, it might be more difficult to tell if they're warm or cool, or how harsh or soft the colors will appear against ourselves. So let's say if you're shopping for a white or an ivory t-shirt and you're looking for that perfect white that works well with your own coloring. Try picking out 3 to 4 different items in similar colors and compare how those items look on yourself. Because even if the colors look similar to the eye, the difference might be more noticeable than you think when you actually try on the colors. This next tip isn't really for choosing neutrals, but if you have a really difficult time trying to figure out whether a color is working for you or not, another trick that I find helpful is to see if the color is working with the style of the item itself. What I find as a common factor in people who dress well and seemingly have a good sense of style is one of 3 cases. The first case is when the colors suit the person, so they know what their color season is or what their best colors are and how to utilize them. The second case is when the colors suit the style of the clothing or the outfit. Throughout this whole color analysis deep dive series, we talked a lot about certain moods or psychological effects that different seasons of the year or the different characteristics of colors can have. And if the overall style of the outfit matches those psychological effects of certain colors or color groups, the outfit just seems a lot more put together, even if the color itself or the style itself might not be a perfect match to the person wearing it. But obviously, if there's such a huge gap between the style and the person, then the disconnect might appear a little more apparent. And the last case is when the overall style of the outfit suits the person wearing it. It could be the body type or the essence of the person that matches the overall vibe of the outfit so well that even if the colors are off, they still look really well put together. So there's 3 elements to consider. Me, so my body type or my essences, the style of the outfit, and the colors. And having the style and the colors both suit me as a whole is the best case scenario, but in the process of finding that signature style, having an understanding of the relationship between those 3 elements of colors, the style of the outfit, and me as a person gives us more freedom to try different things and to be more flexible with how we express ourselves through our fashion choices. With the growing popularity of seasonal color analysis and finding your best colors, I think there's a notion out there that once we finally figure out what our color season is, our style is going to improve drastically, and that we'll finally have the wardrobe of our dreams that'll end all our struggles related to style and fashion. But I think in the end, it's not only important to find the right colors, but it's also way more important to find ways that incorporate those colors into our wardrobe and style that bring fulfillment to us. I hope you found the video helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, stay unique and stay gorgeous.